I don't think I've ever been happier to see this. Rain and more rain. We've seen more rain in New Braunfels this year than we did at this time last year. But does all this rain so far mean we're finished with our water restrictions in New Braunfels, or is this going to go on for years? I'm going to let you guys know what you need to know in today's video, especially if you're a homeowner, and especially on top of that, if you bought a brand new construction home since July 2022 or getting ready to move into one of those. Plus, what's the forecast going to call for the rest of 2023 New Braunfels? Does it give us hope? I'll let you know. Stay tuned at the end of the video. If you guys are new here to my channel, thank you so much for hopping aboard, because every week we're trying to put out relevant content just like this about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. We first told you about our drought conditions and stage 3 water restrictions last year. Well, here is the update. We've had a lot more rain in New Braunfels since then, and guys, we are ever so close to being at that level we need to be at to get lifted out of the water restrictions, but we're not quite there yet. The stage 3 water restrictions mean that residents that receive water from New Braunfels Utilities, or NBU for short, can water their grass, landscaping by irrigation or sprinkler only once, guys, only once every other week. NBU water covers a wide area, even extending beyond city limits. But there are pockets of New Braunfels outside NBU's water coverage, and those residents can water anytime. Now, if you want to go back to the days of Little House on the Prairie or the Waltons, you can water by handheld hose or bucket or drip irrigation or a soaker hose any day, but only once by irrigation or sprinkler every other week. And be warned, guys, I'm telling you, it's already happened, that NBU is watching. They are patrolling their coverage areas, their neighborhoods, to see if people are following the rules. If you do not, you will be fined up to $500 on your water bill. Remember, those water meters are outside and they're also online, so NBU monitors those things. Water patrols in New Braunfels? Absolutely. But if we've had more rain, why can't we just water more than once every other week? What about twice every other week? Here's the answer. 2 of our primary water resources are the Comal River and the Edwards Aquifer. Both those sources are still under acceptable levels. Same with Canyon Lake, another water source, especially in our hill country. The 10-day average levels for the Edwards Aquifer has to be at 640 for 15 consecutive days in order for us to be considered to be in position to be lifted from the stage 3 water restrictions in New Braunfels. I say in position because the mayor ultimately has to declare whether or not it continues or it ends. Right now we are at 638, so man, we're so close to that 640 mark, but not there yet. It's also very important that the rain we get actually hits the aquifer recharge zones. For the longest time it wasn't until recently. We just need sustained rain hitting its targets like we did in 2021 when we got a soaking for 2 months. The big question, so is more rain expected in New Braunfels the rest of 2023? I'll let you know in just a minute. Meantime, home builders have had to adjust to our water restrictions in New Braunfels, and if you've moved into a brand new home recently in the last 9 months, you guys know what I'm talking about. Builders can now only landscape the property 1/2 grass, not full grass, not 100% grass, 1/2 grass, and the other half has to be either a combination of gravel, mulch, or stone. So it's a blended landscaping. It's kind of like that Neapolitan ice cream we used to have as kids, a little bit of everything. What do you guys make of this? What do you make of these new policies because of the water restrictions here in New Braunfels? Blended landscaping, let me know. And this may be a sliver at the end of our drought tunnel in New Braunfels. NBU has just lifted this restriction. NBU now says that if you have a pool, you can fill it with NBU water. You no longer have to ship your own water in and pay for your own water to fill your pool. You can do it from your house right now. So some progress from the recent rains. Will there be more rain and more progress? NBU keeps a close eye on short-term and long-term forecasts and says that we just ended a 3-year La Nina cycle, causing our weather here to get warmer and drier. The National Weather Service says El Nino is here in New Braunfels in this area through the summer. welcome. We missed you, because that means New Braunfels should see average rainfall and temperatures. But the caveat to having El Nino back, which we're super happy for, is our explosive growth in New Braunfels, which leads to explosive and more landscaping. So we could stay in our stage 3 water restriction here in New Braunfels through the fall or longer, unless we get more of this, a lot more of this. What's your take on this? How are you adjusting to our stage 3 water restrictions in New Braunfels? And if you're watching this and planning to move to New Braunfels, will these restrictions prevent you from moving here? Or are you okay with less grass in your yard? If that's the case, I'm okay with talking to you about your planned move. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching our videos, and we'll see you on the next one.